Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to the Home Depot Center here in Carson, California, serving the Southern California community. Tonight, Oscar De La Hoya's Golden Boy Promotions and Don King Productions are proud to present an evening of world-class professional boxing for your entertainment. These bouts are sponsored by Tecate, Cerveza con Character, Affliction Clothing, Southwest Airlines, low fares, no hidden fees, sanctioned by the California State Athletic Commission. This bout is brought to you by DeBella Entertainment and Tournament of Contenders. At ringside, the three judges scoring: Jose Cobian, Steve Morrow, and Nobuaki Uratani. And inside the ring, your referee in charge of the action, Dr. James Jenkin. And now, ladies and gentlemen, 12 rounds of boxing for the WBC Welterweight Championship of the World. Fighting out of the red corner, wearing tan, official weight 147 pounds. Professional record, 33 victories with 9 knockouts and 6 defeats. From Portland, Oregon, the former junior lightweight champion of the world, Stevie 2-Pound Forbes. And fighting out of the blue corner, wearing red with black, official weight 145 1/2 pounds. A perfect professional record consisting of 22 bouts, 22 victories, including 19 knockouts. From Winter Haven, Florida, the reigning, defending, undefeated WBC welterweight champion of the world, Berto.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Let's go, gentlemen. Let's go. Let's go. Mouthpiece. Mouthpiece. Gentlemen, obey my commands. Low blow here. Let's go. Shake them up.
Good luck, fellas. Sit.
Forbes remembers coming into the ring against Oscar De La Hoya right next door in the soccer stadium. We're in the tennis stadium, and being booed, but being cheered on the way out. Who gets the cheers tonight?
Berto's promoter, Lou DiBella, and his handlers admit that Forbes is the slickest fighter he's been in with. The difference in hand speed is immediately apparent as Berto is able to drive Forbes into the ropes and land a combination.
Berto stepped on his foot, and that's why he stumbled back into the ropes. Berto seems eager to face this challenge against a slick boxer, to show that he's more than just a pretty face and a big punch.
Larry seems to be very anxious to get in and impress everyone. They have similar styles to some degree with their hand position and their height, but the speed element belongs to Berto. He's much, much faster. But I think the right hand that he's shooting at Forbes is not going to land that easy, I don't think. Forbes is rolling his shoulders to avoid being hit with the full power of the right hand.
Let him go. Let him go.
For his part, Forbes says that he wants to fight Berto inside, believing that with his veteran skills, he'll know more about inside fighting than Berto, and that there's a better chance that the young fighter will make a mistake on the interior than if he were to fight him at arm's length.
Punch it, come out.
Well, the image of Berto in boxing is he's a very explosive fighter who explodes, and then after that, he normally has to take time to rest and regroup. And that's what you're going to see Forbes try to take advantage of as the fight goes on. Forcing him to fight when he finishes those explosions.
Right hand over the top by Forbes. Berto comes back with a body shot and a quick left hook upstairs.
None of those punches even grazed Forbes.
I'm glad you pointed that out, Larry. I'm going to say a lot of fast punches, very exciting to the crowd, but very few clean punches have landed by either boxer. Both guys are showing tremendous defense.
Puncher, come out. Punch it out. Go. Puncher, come out. Puncher, come out. Drop boxer, break lead.
There was two clean punches right there, and they were
That's
landing both sides.
exactly what Forbes is talking about when he says Berto might make a mistake.
But Berto caught him coming in.
Stop boxing, hold on.
With his favorite punch, the right uppercut.
Right, and shook him for a moment. Forbes has never been down, much less stopped.
Use your jab, sharpen up yourself, all right? Keep your hands sharper, all right? Look at that. Get a little closer and get inside. I want to get a little body work, all right? Make sure you touch his body a little bit because you're trying to shoot that right hand over the top. Relax.
Slow. Let's go. Keep him on, baby. You gotta stay first. When you're not punching, step to the side. Whenever you start throwing no punches, give him ankle.
Hey, look here. He's getting tired already. He's starting to hold already.
Here we see Forbes coming in, being aggressive, and throwing a shot which was partly deflected by Berto, and then Berto came back with a counter right uppercut, which is his favorite punch.
You heard Floyd Mayweather Sr. say in the corner that he thinks Berto is tired. As hard as he trains, that seems unlikely, but he does put so much effort into all of his punches that it's not impossible that he could get tired in a long, hard fight.
CompuBox numbers in round one were very close. Berto 12 out of 55. Forbes 13 out of 64.
You know, I'm speaking so much about Berto's hand speed, but Forbes' hand speed is not too bad himself. Not as fast as Berto's, but it's very good.
Well, tremendous motivation for Steve Forbes tonight to try to put on a show. And just as this is a litmus test for Berto fighting against a guy who put in a spirited effort against De La Hoya, it's a litmus test for Forbes to prove that he can beat one of the guys who has already earned a reputation in the welterweight division despite his youth. Quick left hook landed for Forbes.
And a short little right as they were breaking up. A veteran knowing it ain't over until the clinch is over.
This is turning out to be a very good, sharp, crisp punching fight. And it's the type of fight that a judge will have to be very careful to watch because both of these guys roll their shoulders and they catch a lot of punches with their right elbows. So a judge has to watch very careful to see who is actually landing clean punches in this fight.
And I get just a vague sense, Emmanuel, that Andre Berto might be a little shocked at Steve Forbes' hand speed in the first round and a half.
I do believe that.
And I agree that he hasn't had to deal with this yet. So let's see how he does.
The obvious adjustment would be to try to work harder at beating Forbes to the punch and putting him on the defensive. Forbes has had a little bit too much freedom to do what he wants to do early on. There's another combination by Steve Forbes in the center of the ring.
Let him go, stop boxing, let him go.
This might be the toughest round that young Berto has ever had.
But he was knocked down by Cosme Rivera, but that was a case of getting caught with one shot. This has been kind of a going to school round, as Forbes has shown him that he can fire in combinations, and he said one of Berto's weaknesses is that too frequently he throws one punch at a time and admires his work.
We're just He throws in bursts.
Tuesday, it's a special edition of Costas Now. An entire hour of conversation with baseball's two greatest living players, Hank Aaron and Willie Mays. And beginning October 26, it's the return of HBO's award-winning series 24/7. This time around, our cameras will follow Joe Calzaghe and Roy Jones as they prepare for their November 8 showdown.
Too big, too strong. You gotta be smart. Smart. Don't try to war this dude. Get inside, touch him. Touch his inside. Uppercuts and stuff like that. Inside fight this guy, right? Who knows? We go to work though, all right? We worry about the next round, all right? We can't change the last round. We worry about this round, okay? Hands up there. Use that stick and get that midsection.
You could see that Berto was acknowledging that he lost that round, and unusual to hear a fighter say that, and the trainer had to tell him to leave it behind him and go to the next round. What other choice does he have?
CompuBox numbers underlined the point. 8 out of 46 for Berto compared to 14 of 64 for Forbes, who tactically controlled the round and landed some very effective shots. And round 3 begins with more of the same.
Well, I would say this much, at least Berto realizing he may be losing is fighting with a lot of intensity and urgency. And I'm very impressed by that.
Now Berto begins to back Forbes up with intense shots, takes a right hand inside.
One reason that Forbes has never been knocked down is that he sees the punches coming, he anticipates by seeing the body language of his opponent. It's not just that he has a good chin.
And he's very relaxed, too. If you study him very good. Even with these kind of explosions, he's very relaxed if you study his body.
Couple of good body shots by Forbes there. Berto had gotten in the preceding exchange one of those excellent right uppercuts, which is one of his most effective punches.
Let him go.
Once again, in that exchange, Steve Forbes getting off first and making Berto react to him. Good left hook by Berto and an excellent left-hand uppercut that time. Throws it from either side.
Berto is fighting with so much intensity and fighting with so much pressure that even though Forbes may be doing well, may possibly be waiting on points for this stage, but it's going to be a big test to see if he can still fight with a fighter young as this guy with this kind of aggressiveness.
Berto has come out with a fiercely competitive attitude in round 2, and for the last minute, he's reestablished himself in the fight.
Stop boxing, break clean, let him go.
Berto's biggest concern is if he gets tired, if he doesn't knock out Forbes early like he's trying, he may run out of gas possibly and have problems in the later rounds.
Stop boxing, break clean.
Sometimes youth can outrun its mistakes.
And I think this is what he's dependent on in this fight here.
Stop boxing, break clean, let him go. Stop boxing, break clean, let him go, let him go. Get out of there. Get out of there. Stop boxing. Let him go. Let him go. Back up, both of them. Stop boxing, break clean. Let him go.
I'm telling you all the time, and man, move your damn ass, man. Hey, stop. We forgot about the triangle. That's a headbutt.
It's starting to get loose.
Another look at Giselle Berto. We showed you before the fight the story of his having mentored his son into boxing and trained him from the beginning in the ring. And though he does not train him now, he often is providing spiritual support and advice from outside of the ring, whether Andre's aware of it or not. It's always there.
You gotta go back to work. No Don't worry, we can't change that. You get that body for me. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Go get that body.
The referee just made a ruling that upset Berto. I don't know whether he said that the cut was accidental but intentional or whatever. Maybe that it came from a headbutt.
Probably that it came from a headbutt. Berto thinks it came from a right-hand punch. County box numbers through 3. Berto 35 out of 159. Forbes 37 out of 175. So Forbes is throwing more, but Berto's landing at a higher rate. Harold, how do you have it through 3?
2 rounds to 1. 29-28, Andre Berto. Jim, in rounds 1 and rounds 3, Andre Berto got off first, landed the power shots, won the rounds. In round 2, every time he'd start to reset, Stevie Forbes would wrap him. I mean, it was almost as if in the second round, Berto was dreaming, and Forbes would just come in and land a real good, clean shot. Berto looks real good when he gets off first. Forbes looks good when he gets off first. 2-1, Berto.
See the crackling intensity of Andre Berto. He takes a left hook, but not before having landed a couple of body shots and a good crisp right uppercut. And he has become very much the aggressor now in trying to put his imprint back on the fight. Blood trickling down the left side of Steve Forbes' face. Uppercut, and then a couple of good body shots after a left hook by Andre Berto. That time Berto blocked Steve Forbes' left hook.
Let him go.
And I think Harold Letterman hit the nail on the head, Emmanuel Stewart. Berto's turned things around by being first, making sure.
His aggressiveness and intensity is just tremendous, in addition to the speed. And it looks like it's starting to take its toll on Forbes.
That is the hunger of a young, promising athlete.
Work it. Let him go. Work it. Stop boxing quickly.
He has responded to that second round very well.
Yes.
I have a confirmation from officials at ringside that the ruling was that the cut on Forbes' left eye is the product of an accidental headbutt, not a punch. And in all probability, that's why Berto looked upset before coming back into the ring for round 4. He thinks he did the damage with a punch, and he'd like to have gotten credit for it.
Well, but also if the fight stops short, he wants to make sure he's ahead on the count.
Well, the one thing is he's fighting with a lot of determination, realizing that he's in a competitive fight, which rounds he could possibly be losing as well as winning. And he's fighting with the determination that I think is good to see any fighter fight with.
And another adjustment he's made is that he's doing much better defensively at blocking and slipping some of Forbes' punches. And that, of course, is setting up his offense.
Yeah.
Good quick left hook by Berto. And a right over the top as the round came to the close.
Look at it. Steve.
Good point.
Steve. Man, look, man. You gotta hit that man's body, man. You gotta hit his body, man. You hit his body enough. He's tired, man. That's why he's holding you. You ain't.
You're touching the midsection, that's what I need. But I need more. Not loading on the head, putting punches together and attacking it.
Right here you see in round 3 where Andre Berto lands a left hand to the left eye of Steve Forbes, which seemingly was the blow that caused the cut and not an accidentally headbutt. Shortly right after that jab, you're going to see the blood start to flow, and right it was coming down from Steve Forbes' left eye.
But you also saw that as Forbes came up from the punch, their heads came together too. So that's why James Jinkin was in the position of thinking that it might have been because of head contact.
It was just an honest mistake to be made, but you know,
correct.
In Andre Berto's case, I can understand his being upset about it because it could be a big factor. But even regardless, he still would like to have gotten credit for landing with a blow. Landing the opening cut with a blow instead of with a butt.
CompuBox numbers were about even in round 4, but our unofficial ringside scorer, Harold Letterman, made the determination that Berto landed the more effective blows. So he's now up 3 rounds to run on Letterman's card. And once again, you see more demonstrations of his remarkable hand speed.
Puncher, come out, let him go. Stop boxing, break clean.
You know, I had the pleasure prior to the 2004 Olympics, the Berto trained at the Crump Gym. And every day that he spared down there was an unbelievable crowd because of these explosive outbursts that he had. There. People on their feet just cheering him on. And he can do this all night long.
Not many of his punches land clean. It's very hard to land clean on Forbes. But the pressure he is exerting can wear down a veteran fighter.
Yes. But the biggest thing about that, as I said, it's good, but I just hope he doesn't tire himself out.
Stop boxing, quickly.
Well, even if he does, I don't know that Forbes can hurt him enough to make a difference in late rounds. Unless it's a close fight by then.
Come out. Work it.
Floyd Mayweather Sr. yelling from the corner into the body, and Forbes is following instructions.
Punch it, work it.
If you notice, Larry, a lot of the punches, as we were saying earlier, are not landing by Berto, but I'm also notice he's the one initiating the clinches now, more so than Forbes.
Clean. Keep him up, keep him up. Punch it, come out, work it. Punch it, come out. Go next. Top boxing. Time.
Mosley looking ahead to tonight's main event showdown against Ricardo Mayorga. Mosley in beautiful sponsored garb there, warming up for his appearance in the ring against the Nicaraguan Wildman. A lot of people see this as a confrontation between Mosley's precise veteran boxing skills and Mayorga, who's been known to throw punches from all angles, sometimes to damaging effect. Interestingly, Mosley's big nemesis in the sport was Vernon Forrest. Beat him in the 1992 Olympic trials, beat him twice in 2002. But Mayorga knocked Forrest out the first time he fought him in 2003, and then stunningly to many, won a decision from him later that year in Las Vegas. County box numbers in the 5th round. Berto, 13 out of 52, Forbes 11 out of 60. Make it 19 out of 52 for Berto. And all 19 of his connections were power shots, no jabs.
No.
Berto's beginning to make his point throughout the fight with harder punches. Product of his hand speed and his commitment to every punch. Forbes, a very relaxed fighter, and take punches well as the result of the relaxation, and also counters brilliantly.
Top boxing, Brickley, let him go. Back up. Watch it come out, work it. Work it. Top boxing, Brickley.
We don't often see this kind of intense toe-to-toe, close quarters action.
And mix that in the fact that both guys have very good defense. Even with all of those fast blazing punches coming, the defense is amazing for both fighters.
Berto will not face many slicker boxers in his career than he is facing right now.
His mandatory next time out, if in fact he goes to the mandatory to try to hold on to this belt that he owns, is Luis Collazo, who and some would say is even slicker than Forbes and is in fact a southpaw.
I don't think he's slicker than Forbes. He moves well, but he'll fight you. He's not just a pure boxer the way Forbes is.
Collazo from the Bronx won a fight on the undercard here tonight. He was a victim of Shane Mosley in 2007 when Mosley went back down to 147 pounds for the first time in a long time. Tonight, Mosley's back up at 154, going in against Mayorga.
Come on, let's go.
A solid fight between two guys who are trading punches with frequent outbursts from round to round.
Doing the work, and then you're letting him get free shit back. What round we going into? 7th round, okay? We're going to the 7th round. You know what that means? From this next 6 rounds, I need you to work. I need you to pick up your work rate. What you're doing, you're working good, and then you'll wait and you'll load up 1 or 2 punches. I don't need that. Breathe for me, relax.
Nice defense, come on.
No free shit for him. He ain't even in the same ring with you. Breathe.
Keep the pressure on. He don't want to be there.
All right?
You got to plug it.
Hey man, you know he holding an awful lot.
I wonder what Berto thinks when his trainer Tony Morgan tells him this guy doesn't belong in the same ring with you.
CompuBox numbers through the 6th round. Berto 80 out of 323, Forbes 67 out of 347. Berto with a 16-8 advantage in connected punches in the last round by CompuBox count. Harold Letterman, how do you have it through 6?
That gets him 59, 55,
Let him go,
5 rounds to 1,
Berto.
Andre Berto.
No.
Jim,
Let
I
him
tell you
go.
something, he's got more snap, he hits harder. You know, the velocity on his shots are much greater. You know, if these guys stand in the middle of the ring and go shot for shot, Stevie Forbes has got to find some way to take advantage of Andre Berto, and he's not doing it. Berto's the one that's landing the harder, cleaner shots. He's winning the rounds 5-1. Andre Berto based mostly on clean, effective punching.
I have it 4 rounds to 2.
Watch the elbow, let him go. Work it out, work it out.
Good uppercut by Berto on the inside. You can almost see him becoming a man in this fight.
Yeah, I'm very impressed with his performance tonight. He's very good. He's doing everything right.
Stop boxing, break lane, let him go.
Scores in the De La Hoya fight were close to unanimous.
Stop boxing, break lane, let him go.
Some ringsiders thought some of that could be attributed to the general atmosphere of favoritism for De La Hoya in Southern California.
Stop boxing, break lane.
One judge had De La Hoya winning all 12
Good
rounds.
right hand.
Yep. Most people clearly thought that Forbes had won the 4th round. Now Berto is trying to put his imprint on this fight in the same kind of way.
Why did the referee interrupt that?
See, this is a much faster and rougher paced fight than Forbes normally likes to fight. Berto has always enjoyed these type of fights. In fact, some of the most exciting fights in the amateur fights was him and a guy named Jesus Gonzalez from Phoenix. They used to fight these type of fighters almost every year in the finals. So this is his normal world that he likes to fight in, but it's not what Stevie likes.
You know, Berto was at first energized by the Forbes uprising in the second round. Then, when the referee ruled that the cut was the product of a headbutt rather than a punch, that seemed to energize him to an even greater level. And now, he is really forcefully imprinting the fight. And we showed you Shane Mosley earlier in his dressing room in preparation for Ricardo Mayorga. Here's a look at Mayorga. And eventually we're going to show you a tail of the tape. Will show you that Mayorga weighed in at 153.5 pounds yesterday. And unofficially, earlier this evening, when he went into the dressing room, weighed 170 pounds on our unofficial HBO scale. Putting on, in other words, about 12% new body weight overnight. Now, when he weighed 153.5 against De La Hoya in 2006, he ultimately was fined $100,000 by the Nevada State Athletic Commission for having taken diuretics. One print reporter who does a lot of visiting to gyms around here said that he saw Mayorga sparring Tuesday night, 4 days ago, trying to get into weight and shape to prepare for this fight.
But at the same time, at our fighter meetings yesterday, he was the first fighter we've ever interviewed who went immediately to the dining table, the food table, and stuffed himself with salads before the weigh-in. So he must have known that he had made the weight comfortably.
Somehow or another, Berto in the last 2 rounds has a punch connect advantage, according to CombiBox, of 35-15, just to statistically mark the degree to which he is now pulling away from Steve Forbes.
I question that number because I think a lot of the punches were grazing or landed on gloves.
You're right. He throws punches with such intensity and speed that it creates excitement even if they don't land. And that's why it takes a very intelligent judge to really study his punches to see which punches actually land.
No hold, Chris, no hold. Berto, no hold.
Well, the uppercut must have landed because it knocked Forbes' mouthpiece almost all the way over here to our announce position. So Forbes is fighting right now with no mouthpiece in his mouth. Dr. James Jenkin can replace it if there's a lull in the action. He chooses not to do so there.
No, I don't think the referee even saw the mouthpiece come out.
Hey, yo, go that corner, go that corner.
Someone pointed it to his attention. He didn't even see it.
Time. I called time before you, Ben. We need to work. Go.
This referee, incidentally, is Dr. James Jenkin. I don't recall seeing a doctor act as a referee. Do you?
No, and he's doing a good job tonight. He's letting the guys fight their way out. He's not doing a lot of excessive, interfering with the fighters. He's letting them, work inside.
Punch it, come out, work it. No hold. Let him go for it.
The crowd got a chance to cheer during the pause for the spectacle of watching Forbes' mouthpiece go high into the air before landing on the canvas.
See, there was a good indication. He missed the right, came back with the left. Everybody went wow, and Forbes had blocked the shot.
Work it. Punch it, come out. Let him go. Punch it, come out.
Yep.
From the early surprise, the fight is now settled into a pattern.
We're going to take a look now at a package of Andre Berto uppercuts. We mentioned early in the fight, it's one of his favorite punches. He throws it effectively from either side. A right uppercut there, which landed solidly. You heard the discussion about how Berto's hand speed can sometimes cause you to believe that a punch may have landed when in fact it didn't. But these aren't glancing blows. These are solid shots which are ripping Forbes' head up with every contact. And you've seen several of them in this package. At the moment when the mouthpiece comes out, you'll see it fall out of Forbes' mouth. and then Berto bats it into the air like a shuttlecock, like a badminton shuttlecock. So that particular punch was in fact a glancing blow, but it did a heck of a job of pounding the mouthpiece into the sky, and ultimately it landed on the canvas. CompuBox numbers in the 8th round: Berto 13 out of 50, Forbes 5 out of 40. Forbes's punch output and connect percentage is dropping over the course of the past few rounds, and 5 out of 40, that's his lowest offensive output round of the fight.
This is why many of our senior citizen fighters prefer to fight other senior citizen fighters rather than young, dynamic, hungry fighters like Berto.
Let him go, let him go. Work it. No hold, work it. No hold, work it. Let go that arm. Punch her come out, punch her come out. Stop boxing.
Berto was a big favorite to win this fight tonight, and right now he's justifying those big odds.
Yeah, he's fighting a very good fight, and he's exploding, and then he takes his little rest inside, and then he explodes again, and he takes him a little rest inside. And he favors that little chopping right hand on the side of the head to make you bend your head down, and then he takes the same right hand and tries to hit you with the uppercut after he makes you bend your head down.
There's considerable doubt as to how Berto could function against taller welterweights in the division, such as Antonio Margarito or Paul Williams. There's that uppercut again. He's just about the same height as Miguel Cotto, though, and Carlos Quintana, and some of the other guys who are quality fighters in this division. Palazzo is maybe a half-inch taller, or an inch taller, but not much more. And so, therefore, Berto can be expected to look to succeed as much as possible against the guys in his size range, and probably to avoid for as long as possible confrontations against the Margaritos and Williams of the world.
Extremely big welterweights. You know, years back, this was the standard weight division when you look at the guys back in the 50s and 60s. And I don't know, maybe it started with Tommy Hearns, and those type guys were very big guys, and it's continued to be guys. Being 6 feet is nothing unusual for welterweights nowadays.
Incidentally, Margarito, the conqueror of Cotto on July 25 to become the main man, the champion of the welterweight division, is here in the crowd watching tonight.
Incidentally, it's my intuition that he is one short welterweight or normal size welterweight who could handle the taller guys.
I think, and I probably feel that his management and promotion group feel the same as I do. I would not put him in with the Paul Williams out of Margarito. I would try to avoid those guys and hope that something happens to them, and try to fight some of the other smaller welterweights.
His promoter, Lou DiBella, was exactly straightforward in saying that yesterday, saying that I would not put him in at this moment with a Margarito or a Williams. They're too big.
Well, right now, but I see him as being able to get into the chest of taller guys and making them very uncomfortable.
Why are you going to stand inside? You got to bear down now, man, and give everything you got, man. And what you got to do right now.
Laying in. You're in shape, what?
And there's a look at Antonio Margarito, who used to live in nearby Torrance. Oh, he has moved back to Tijuana, where he was originally born and brought up before moving to Torrance at an early age. Spent a lot of time around this area.
Last time we saw him in this tennis court arena, he was losing to Paul Williams.
And just recently, according to Williams's advisor, Al Heyman, turned down a $4 million offer to get a chance to avenge that loss to Williams in favor of gunning toward the possible rematch with Cotto that seems to be on the table. Harold, how do you have it through 9?
Look at you, 89, 82, 8 rounds to 1, Andre Berto. Jim, as I see this fight, Stevie Forbes has got to come up with some plan B. I mean, he's done nothing but stand in the middle of the ring and try to go shot to shot with a bigger, stronger guy, and he's getting out-punched. He's got to go to something else. Go southpaw, circle, do something else, but don't do what he's doing. And I got an explanation. Andre Berto, when he fought Mickey Rodriguez, we weighed him unofficially, he was 162. Tonight we weighed him unofficially, he was 53.5. He's in better shape.
Well, obviously he saw this as more serious opposition. He was quite straightforward in saying, oh yeah, Forbes was by far the best guy I've fought in my career, so the motivation was there to be in the best possible shape. And incidentally, Harold, with regard to your point about Forbes coming up with a plan B, he never came up with plan B against De La Hoya. He was quite content to hang in, be a part of every round, and go the distance with De La Hoya. And more it looks as though that may have been the goal here tonight.
Well, he just cannot deal with the youth, the aggressiveness, and the hand speed of Berto. It's too much for him.
I thought that he had a real chance against a raw kid like this.
And I'm somewhat surprised and amazed at still the intensity that Berto is fighting at, and the same hand speed that he had in the beginning of the fight.
I think he might have thought that he had a real chance until about round 4, when Berto began to make clear that he didn't really have all that good a chance.
I agree with you.
Stop boxing, break clean, let him go. Stop boxing, break clean. Let him go. Stop boxing, let him go.
Even though we've heard Berto has been short at one time in the amateurs, he was actually fighting at 156 pounds.
Well, he started his career at 62.
Yeah, I did not know that. But I know he won the national amateur championship, I think, the National Golden Gloves, and at 156.
You know, the big question that isn't going to be answered tonight, that won't be answered presumably when he fights Colosso in his next fight, is his chin. We'll find out about that part of him down the road. His management also wants to find out about it down the road.
Last round. 11 coming up right now. What we're gonna do? We're gonna go out there. We're gonna box him. We're gonna let go. We're gonna let their fucking hands go. If you want it.
Championship rounds right now. All right. What the champions do in the championship rounds? They go to work. All right. I don't want to see you hold one time. I want to see him hold you one time. Shake that little.
I'm like taking a pill from you. Work your ass off. Work your ass off.
Listen.
Here you see Andre Berto landing his pit punch for the night, and the most effective punch is combination of the right hand on the side of the head and then followed by a right uppercut after he makes you bend your head down. And that's been the most effective punch tonight probably from both fighters.
Pretty solid shots. Round 11 of a scheduled 12. And if the question was, could Berto do better than De La Hoya against Forbes? More and more it appears the answer is he can do just about the same thing. De La Hoya was extremely pleased with his decision win over Forbes and saw it as an indicator that he was ready to fight a rematch against Floyd Mayweather, a fight that appeared to be in the making at that time, before Mayweather's somewhat surprising retirement from the sport just a few weeks thereafter.
Okay, stop boxing.
Pretty boy Floyd most likely sitting in Las Vegas and watching the fight tonight, looking back on the division that he held in his thrall prior to leaving the sport. Floyd was the welterweight king.
Although he wasn't fighting welterweights.
Stop boxing, break clean.
Well, that's a different subject. was fighting what he deemed to be the biggest fights available,
No.
regardless of weight.
Now you saw Forbes have landed 2 successful clean right hands, mainly because of the aggression of Alberto. He's not even looking for punches back now as he's moving in.
Let it go. No, work it. No.
You gotta love Stevie Forbes. Hanging in there against this young gun.
Well, he said that he would retire for sure if he lost this fight. You believe it?
Well, I hope not. But I know what I hope. I don't know whether he will or not.
Work it.
I don't think he should, and
Well,
I don't think he will.
I think he could probably go back to 40, and maybe somebody will fight him. But I think he sees that he's not going to get any serious shots anymore, and if there's not some money in it, what's the point?
No more gatekeeper roles. I mean, that's his role tonight. He's serving as a gatekeeper to see if Berto can rise to a higher level in the division. Good body shots by Berto there.
He's had a second act in his career after giving up the junior lightweight title and coming back.
Good left hook by Forbes and another one. His 2 best shots since the 2nd round.
Through the Contender Series, but there isn't likely to be a 3rd act.
Well, yeah, look at the caliber of the guys he's lost to, which is nothing embarrassing.
You don't want to go out there and get caught with no bullshit. Okay? Just box, okay? That's all we asking for. Just keep it moving. Keep your D tight. You're not listening to what we telling you in the corner. We telling you all the right shit.
You can't stop working though. I can't want to see. Don't go to war. Don't go to war because he's got a little time to him. All right? Just be busy. You ain't got to go to war with this kid.
Nice deep breath.
Be busy with this guy.
You rest tonight, baby. Fight this whole fucking round. 3 minutes, all you got. 3 minutes.
Work this last round, okay? This is a championship round. The last round, okay? Don't go out of here saying, damn, I wish I would have worked more, okay?
Trainer Tony Morgan trying to urge Andre Berto on to the finish. Berto hasn't needed much in the way of verbal motivation since about round 4 when he got upset enough about a ruling that the cut on Steve Forbes' eye had come from a butt and not a punch, that he stepped up the level of his intensity for the 2nd time in the fight and really began to put distance between himself and Steve Forbes.
Yeah, he's fighting a tremendous fight. I've been very impressed with him, especially the intensity, as I said earlier, that he's fighting in the 12th round, and the speed, same as he had in the 1st round.
The old saying about youth being wasted on the young, he hasn't or isn't wasting his youth.
You think of the good hand speed of Puerto Rico's Miguel Cotto, who, though he lost to Antonio Margarito, was able to outbox Margarito in the earlier rounds. To my naked eye, Emmanuel Stewart, I'd have to say I think Berto's faster.
Oh, Berto's one of the fastest fighters I've saw. I mean, his hand speed almost equals a great Sugar Ray Leonard. I think Ray Leonard had more punching power, more crack, but as far as just hand speed, with some power, Berto is right there in tops. I don't think of anybody I've saw that's faster than he is right now.
He doesn't have the relaxation or the defense of a Floyd Mayweather, who combined hand speed and offensive skills with an amazing ability to avoid punches.
Well, I think his hand speed equals Floyd. I think it's the same. One thing that's different with Berto than most fighters, he has outbursts where he can throw 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 punches in an explosion.
Yeah, every once in a while I say, is that a Roy Jones combination, otherworldly combination? But he doesn't do it often enough to measure up to that high standard.
No, but just to be thought of in the same vein of with guys like Roy Jones and Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Sugar Ray Leonard is quite a lot when it comes down to any young fighter.
We're probably reaching here. You know.
And the way he was trained early by his father, the primary objective at the beginning was stamina. I mean, he was put through exercises as a kid that were really aimed almost exclusively at making him a non-stop high stamina force. He added swimming in preparation for this fight, swimming long series of laps to try to continue building that stamina. And frankly, he looks as fresh in the 12th round as he did in the 1st.
Well, and he's told us stories about him doing his running on the side of roads with his father trailing him in a car, and if he slowed up, his father would bump him with the car.
That's serious.
No backhand.
Stevie Forbes may close out his career unlike anybody else in this sport, never having been stopped or even knocked down.
Most guys don't quit until they take the beating. Forbes hasn't taken the kind of beating that puts him on the canvas.
And that's why I believe he will fight again. Maybe he don't have to keep fighting this level of fighters all the time. He should take a break and fight an easier fight.
A good statement by young Berto, but there are more statements to come.
Harold Letterman found 2 rounds to give to Forbes, the 2nd and the 11th. Otherwise, it was Andre Berto all the way. I wonder if Forbes would have won the 11th on Harold's card if it weren't for those 2 left hooks at the end of the round. His best 2 punches since way back in the 2nd. But all in all, another terrific display of hand speed, stamina, determination, intensity by Andre Berto.
All of the above.
And here are the official judges who have scored the fight and whose scores will eventually be reported by Michael Buffer from the ring. Jose Cobian had Carlos Quintana over Paul Williams, 115-113. Quintana won a decision, an upset over Williams, who had upset Margarito. Steve Morrow, only 1 previous title fight, had Jerry Penalosa ahead of Gonzalez at the moment, or excuse me, had Gonzalez ahead of Penalosa at the moment when Penalosa scored the knockout. And Japan's Nobuaki Uratani. Shane Mosley over Luis Collazo in what was a clear and brilliant victory for Mosley in Las Vegas last year. And we're ready now for Michael Buffer to read the official scores.
Ladies and gentlemen, we go to the scorecards. Nobuaki Uratani scores about 118-109. Steve Morrow, 118-109. Jose Cobian, 116-111. All to the winner by unanimous decision. Still undefeated, still WBC welterweight champion of the world, Andre Berto.
So Berto continues to extend his unbeaten record, and Forbes once again faces a top-notch guy and falls short. Berto landing 42 more punches, throwing 12 more punches, landing at a significantly higher percentage, though not a brilliant percentage. You got to be over 30% at least to get to that level. Power shots, and here Berto did get to 30% against a pretty good professional defender. 115 out of 382. He landed let's say 39 more punches and threw 31 more power shots, landing at an 8% higher percentage. And all in all,